Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to HitBullsEye. My name is Manish Mittal, and in this video, we will be discussing the important current affairs for 4th of December 2021. So if you are new to this channel, if you're watching this video series for the first time, let me tell you that this is a new initiative of HitBullsEye in which we are covering the most important current affairs of every day on that very day. So in this video, we'll be discussing today's most important 5 news that are relevant for you from any examinations point of view. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so and hit the bell icon so that every time when we post this video, you get a notification for that. So let us see what all we are going to cover in this video. Firstly, a new report has come out, which is the World Cooperative Monitor Report 2021. So we'll see what this report is. If any Indian cooperative has emerged as one of the winners in this report. So we'll see that what is a cooperative, how it is important. We'll see all those things. Next, Ratan Tata. Now, who doesn't know Ratan Tata? Everybody knows Ratan Tata. He's, I think, one of the most well-known industrialists in India. And recently, he has been making a lot of news for buying the Air India, which was initially started by, Jamshedji Tata. So JRD Tata started Air India, later on it was nationalized. Now it has again been bought by the Tata Group. So Ratan Tata is known not only for his association with the Tata Group, but also because of his philanthropic activities. He is one of the most charitable persons in India. And now he has been awarded Assam's highest civilian award. So we'll see why a particular state government has awarded Ratan Tata. Maybe he has done something specific in Assam. So we'll see what that is. Then India will have 9 nuclear reactors by 2024. So now last month has been really busy, or you can say last month has been really important from the climate change perspective, because we saw the World Climate Change Conference taking place in Glasgow in Scotland. And there, India reaffirmed and even enhanced its commitments to fight the climate change. And in that direction, now India is trying to, install more and more renewable energy, more and more clean energy. So India is going to ramp up its capacity, not only in solar and wind power, but also in nuclear energy. So we'll see how India's nuclear reactors are going to increase. And very importantly, since there are only a limited number of nuclear reactors in India, we will see which reactors are those. We will have a look at all those nuclear reactors, and then we'll see where the new one is going to be set up. In the next news, we'll be covering December 4th as the International Day of Banks. So banks play a very vital role in sustaining the economy of a particular country. So we'll see when this convention of celebrating it as International Day of Banks started, who celebrates it, and what is the significance. And finally, India, we know, is a developing country. So we do take development assistance and loans from various international financial institutions. So recently, India has taken a loan of $500 million from Asian Development Bank, or ADB, to improve quality of school education in India. So we'll see what is Asian Development Bank, where is it situated, what is the implication of taking this loan, and why does India need such kind of institutions. So let's have a look at these 5 important news. First, World Cooperative Monitor Report. So first, let's address the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is, what is a cooperative? I'm sure most of you may not be aware what a cooperative is. So a cooperative is basically when a group of people come together, they pool their resources and they generate some value out of it. And when that value is generated, the profit that comes out of it is equally distributed among all the contributors. So this is a concept that has taken ground in India. And India has been one of the major votaries of cooperative system. And that's why India also added cooperatives in the Constitution of India, which is the supreme document of a country. So in the Constitution of India, a new part was added, which was Part 9B, that deals specifically with cooperatives. So now now that this report has come out, World Cooperative Monitor Report, it basically monitors the cooperative societies throughout the world, and it is ranked on the basis of the ratio of turnover over the GDP per capita. That means if a cooperative has grown so much in size that it is significantly and in a positive way impacting the lives of people, so then it qualifies to be on this report. So it is an honor for India that in the top 300 cooperatives of the world, the first position has been occupied by an Indian based cooperative, and it is none other than IFCO. What is IFCO? It is the Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative Limited. Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative Limited, also known as IFCO. So those who live in Delhi and have visited Delhi, they would know there is an IFCO Chowk in Delhi, which is a very famous place. So that is where the headquarters of IFCO is. So it has been ranked as the top cooperative in the world based on the ratio of turnover over GDP per capita. So it signifies that IFCO is contributing significantly to the GDP and economic growth of India. Now, to know something about IFCO, it was founded in 1967. It has its headquarters in New Delhi, as I already told you. And right now, the managing director and CEO of IFCO is Dr. U.S. Avasthi. Some important pointers that you should keep in mind. Next, Ratan Tata is set to be awarded Assam's highest civilian award. So just like Bharat Ratna is the highest civilian award of India, every state also has its civilian award. So on the occasion of Assam Divas, he will be awarded Assam Vaibhav. So Assam Vaibhav is the highest civilian award of Assam. And why he is being awarded this award? For his contribution to the field of cancer care in the state. Now, the trusts and the organizations, the NGOs that are headed by Mr. Ratan Tata, they have contributed a lot in curing people who are infected with cancer in the state of Assam. Now, that's why, to honor his contribution, he has been awarded the Assam Vaibhav. Now, since Assam Vaibhav is the highest civilian award, the second highest is Assam Saurav, and the third highest is Assam Gaurav. So these are the second and third highest civilian awards. Now, since healthcare has put a lot of pressure, I would say COVID has put a lot of pressure on the healthcare system in India. Now, that's why the contribution of Mr. Tata is all the more important. And this is a way of state to show its appreciation towards Mr. Ratan Tata and his trusts. So it's very important news that the highest civilian award, Assam Vaibhav, has been conferred on Mr. Ratan Tata. Next, India will have 9 nuclear reactors by 2024. So we already have 8 working or functional nuclear reactors in India. But we will have 9 by 2024, and we will also have a new nuclear project, which will be the first in Northern India. Till now, most of the nuclear reactors are either in the southern India or in western India. But now a new nuclear power plant will also come up in northern India, which will be near Haryana, about 150 kilometers away from Delhi. By 2024, India will have 9 nuclear reactors plus 12 new additional ones, which were approved during the COVID times with a capacity of 9,000 megawatts. So these new nuclear reactors will also help India to achieve its goals under the climate change agreement, that is under which the India is expected to reduce its carbon emissions by 2030. So one of the commitments made at the Paris Pact by India was that by 2030 we will reduce our carbon emissions by 33 to 35% from 2005 levels. So to achieve that and to achieve the goal of 50% of energy from non-fossil fuel based technology, we are ramping up not only our solar capacity and wind capacity, we are also ramping up our nuclear power capacity. So in that, this nuclear reactors are going to play a very important role. So if we see the nuclear reactors that are in India, we have Rawat Bhata in Rajasthan, then we have Tarapur in Maharashtra, Kakrapar also in Maharashtra, then we have Jaitapur, then Kega in Karnataka, then Kalpakkam in your Andhra Pradesh, then we have Kudankulam in Tamil Nadu. So all these are the existing reactors, and Narora in Uttar Pradesh. So these are the nuclear reactors that we already have. These are the 8 nuclear reactors, and the 9th one is going to be set up in Kumharia near Delhi. So these will be the 9 total nuclear reactors in India. Last time, the newest of all these reactors is the Kudankulam nuclear power plant, which was set up around 2010-11. And at that time, there was a lot of controversy because in 2011, there was a tsunami that hit Japan. And there was a nuclear power plant called Fukushima nuclear power plant. And due to tsunami, some radiation leakage was there. So it caused a lot of apprehension in the minds of the locals that if ever tsunami hits Kudankulam nuclear power plant, will they be subject to another man-made disaster in the form of leakage in the Kudankulam nuclear power plant? Because the world knows that we had a very terrible nuclear accident in the form of Chernobyl in Ukraine, in the last century. So we did not want it to be repeated. But this reactor is very, very safe, as it was certified by the then president and one of the most renowned voices in the field of science, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So he had, written a very long article in the Hindu newspaper, and he had also conducted a press conference to make Indians believe that Kudankulam nuclear power plant is actually safe and there is no problem at all. Then people were convinced, and finally the reactor started functioning. Next up, today was International Day of Banks. So we know how important banks are to the functioning of a particular economy. Because an economy, if it has to function properly, the monetary policy plays an important role. The flow of money in the economy, to a large extent, depends upon banks. Whether we have to deposit or whether we have to take loans for any of our needs, it is banks that act as the agents of monetary, you can say, exchange in the economy. So to honor this contribution, United Nations designates it as International Day of Banks. And interestingly, it is only the second International Day of Banks. So the resolution was passed in 2019 by the United Nations General Assembly, and it came to be celebrated only in 2020. So this is just the second International Day of Banks 2021. First one was celebrated last year. And the United Nations General Assembly passed a resolution, and the General Assembly has 193 member states, including India. In fact, India was one of the founder members of United Nations. So a total of 193 countries are there in General Assembly, and it approved December 4 as the International Day of Banks. Finally, the Asian Development Bank, which is based in Manila. Now you tell me in the comment section, which country has Manila as its capital? So Asian Development Bank has its headquarters in Manila, and it has approved a $500 million loan to improve the quality of school education in India. So $500 million would roughly amount to around 3,500 crore rupees. So around 3,500 crore rupees is what ADB is going to lend to India. And with this money, the scheme for school education, that is Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan or SSA, and the new initiative of Ministry of Education to improve quality education will be funded. So basically, it is to fund the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. Earlier, it was called the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Now it is the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. And yes, Manila is the capital of Philippines. So Asian Development Bank has its headquarters in Manila, which is in Philippines. So it is an international development and lending institution. And why does India need such type of loans? Because India is a very populated country, although it is one of the top 5 economies in the world. But if we talk in per capita terms, then India does not stand anywhere near the top 2 or 3 countries. So in per capita, there's a lot of gap. But in the overall economy, we are among the top 5 largest economies in the world. So we need such type of assistance for our healthcare, for education, and for hunger eradication, etc. So we do take this type of assistance, but it is awarded at a very low rate of interest, and we do pay it back because at the end of the day, it is just a loan, it is not a grant. So that is why we take such type of assistance from any country. So that is all that we had to discuss today. These are some important news that you should know. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel and like this particular video. Also hit the bell icon and share this video with as many as friends of yours as you can, because this is an initiative in which we want to make your 15 to 20 minutes really productive, so that even if you feel at the end of the day that you have some energy left, if you are preparing for any exams, if you think you have some energy left and you want to use that time to gain something, then this video can be a really good way to do that. Subscribe to the channel, listen to these videos daily, and I'm sure you will have a great value added to your preparation. Thank you so much. This is me, Manish Mittal, signing off. Good night.